Hello Toy Collector fans, Universal Toy Collector here and welcome to the channel. And welcome to Stu-Video-Thon week, where I'll be posting a video every day between Monday and Friday. Okie dokie then, so today we are going to be taking a look at the Spider-Man animated series retro carded Chameleon and Green Goblin. So once again, when it comes to Marvel characters, I'm not 100% familiar on who all of them are. Chameleon is no exception. I'd never heard of the character until I'd watched the Spider-Man animated series a few weeks back on Disney+. So because I didn't know the character too well, I thought I'd pass him by. There's no point me collecting something that I don't know too much about. But when I saw him on the animated series, and then I can relate to him on the card back, and I thought, well, why not? I'll buy him. So when it comes to Chameleon, I bought this one up at, I think it was MCM London a few months back. I've got another one on card as well. So what I do with this line of figures anyway, is I buy two. I keep one on card, as you know, and the other one I will open up and display. So yeah, I picked Chameleon up at London MCM. And then when it comes to Green Goblin, I'm sure most people know who Green Goblin is. So yeah, and again, I have two of these, but the Green Goblins were kindly sent to me by Gary Moore from the US there. So thank you very much, Gary. So like I say, I'm going to be saying the same thing really when it comes to Green Goblin. I have two of these. One's I'm going to keep on card and the other one I am going to display. So what we do then is we'll take a look at Chameleon first. 2 seconds. Okay then, so here is Chameleon, and again he is on that all familiar retro looking card that I've shown on previous overviews with other figures. And I've got to say, this is the reason why I want to collect two of these figures, because I do like the card backs. I think they're pretty cool. Again, it's that really thick cardstock, which is really good because it, you know, prevents it from bending and warping and stuff like that. Loving the colours. You've got the Marvel Comics logo there. You've got Spider-Man there with the Spider-Man font just underneath him there. You have the image of Chameleon just here. And then if I pull the figure up like that and show you the Hasbro logo there, then you have the big bubble showing the figure himself. I think the figure looks pretty decent. And I have to say, I am glad that he comes with one or two accessories. So that's the front of the card. Spin the card round. Again, you've got like a little bio here with an image of Chameleon just there. You've got the Marvel logo at the top. You've got Spider-Man and then Spider-Man font there. And then you have the rest of the figures in this wave. So let me just slip my glasses on. So you've got Spider-Man Unlimited. You've got Agent Venom, Flash Thompson. You've got Spider-Boy. Electro, and that is Francine Fry. You've got Marvel's Kane, and then you've got Marvel's Chameleon. So there you go. Those are the rest of the figures that come within this wave. Now, when it comes to the Spider-Man retro carded waves, I'm not going to get each and every figure. I just want to get the ones I like. So yeah, I liked Chameleon, so that's why I got him. So what I'm going to do now is take him off the card back and take a look. So 2 seconds. And here we have Chameleon out of the packaging along with all his accessories. And that is where we're going to start first. The accessories, starting with the spare set of hands here. So here we have his spare set of fisticuffed hands here. So not going to use those, but it's always good to have anyway. Then we have the face mask that he comes with of Jonah J. Jameson. So that is pretty nicely detailed actually. You've got the face all squished up just there, which looks pretty cool. You've got the dark grey on the top, and then you've got the whitish look around the back there. So yeah, I'm liking that. That's pretty decent. So yeah, well done. Liking the detail there. Then you have his small firearms just here. Again, it's one plain colour, but I have to say it is very bendy, very rubbery. So yeah, not too happy about that, but what can you do? And then we have his bigger gun just here. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. Again, very rubbery, all predominantly sort of like a silvery greyish colour. You got a little bit of detail just, oh, where's my finger, just along the top there, and then you've got some black just underneath there, but that's about it. Again, like I say, where's bloody hell, very, very rubbery. Then we come to the figure himself. So I've got to say, liking this a lot, loving the face sculpt. I think that's pretty cool. Really, really liking the colors. The blue with the reds and the yellows, they really pop, and the white skin as well. I'm liking that skin tone. So yeah, that is fairly decent. Then you've got like his belt there that helps him transform into different people and stuff like that, hence the name Chameleon. And then you've got the red boots just at the bottom there, spin around, and pretty much the same on the back, all predominantly blue with the red and the yellows. And I've got to say, the colours do really pop on this figure, so I'm liking this a lot. So what I'll do then is get him all set up and yeah, show you what he looks like all set up. And here we have Chameleon all set up. And I've got to say, overall, I'm liking the figure. I love the colours. I think they really pop. I love the skin tone. That pale white does look pretty cool. My only grumble is I wish he'd had like a holster to put his small firearms in. But again, I'm not too sure how close this is to source material. I'm going to have to go back and have another look to see if he did have a holster. If not, I'm okay with it. But yeah, I've got to say, well, I can't really say too much about this figure, to be honest with you. Like I said, he's not the most exciting figure in the world, but he will look good on display. And it's not like I'm going to be playing pew 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 with him, is it, to be honest with you? So, but yeah, he's going to look great on the shelf along with the rest of the figures in this wave. So there you go. That is Chameleon. What I'll do now is crack on with Green Goblin. Okie dokie then, so here we have Green Goblin, also known as Norman Osborn. And again, we have that same style card back, which again, I really like. You've got the Marvel Comics logo up the top there. Again, Spider-Man font there with Spider-Man sitting on top. The image of Green Goblin there looking pretty cool. Then you have the big bubble where you can see the character and all the accessories. Then you have the small Hasbro logo down the bottom. Whiz it round. And then you have the back of the card. You've got the image of Green Goblin there. The bio just here. Marvel, Spider-Man, Spider-Man font. And then you have the rest of the figures within this wave. So you have Spider-Man, Marvel's Electro, Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, and Daredevil. Ooh, I didn't know they did a Daredevil. Okay, so I'll definitely be after him because I do like myself a bit of Daredevil. So yeah, awesome stuff. And I quite like Gwen Stacy as well. And probably Peter Parker. And probably Electro. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is looking at getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these figures on the back. So yeah, brilliant stuff. Anyhow, that's the card. Let's get the figure open and take a proper look, shall we? 2 seconds. And here we have Green Goblin out of the packaging, along with his accessories. And looking at him out the packaging, I've got to say, wow, I am loving this figure. Absolutely stunning. We'll get to the figure in a second. Let's take a look at the accessories, starting with his little grenade pumpkin thing or orange thing here. So if I try and get that focused, where is that? Let's see if I can focus. I'm not too sure if you can see that. There you go, it's a bit better. So there's the face there. So that's pretty cool. Then you have the unmasked head, which I've got to say, I do like that. I think that is pretty decent. I'm not going to be using it, by the way, because I'm going to display him with the Goblin head on. But I'm liking the detail to Norman Osborn there. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, liking that a lot. Then you have his little sky skiff. I've got to say, it's just one colour. A plain greyish blue colour there. But I prefer this design to that of the Hobgoblin. So, yeah. So, there's that. But the thing that impresses me most about this this figure is the figure himself, Green Goblin. So let's just take a look, shall we? I mean, look at that face sculpt, that little grin there, and his pointy ears, the eyes, absolutely superb. I'm loving the greens, the purples. I think they work really well together. You've got like a scaly effect on the green of the arms there, and on his legs as well. You've got a different colour, pink, purple for his bag there and his belt. So yeah, absolutely stunning. Look at the detail in the legs with the scaly skin there. Then you get like his little pixie boots. Look at that. Awesome stuff. Little winkle pickers there at the end. But yeah, really, really cool. Liking that a lot. spin it around, and then again, this is what it looks like from behind. So yeah, absolutely superb. This has got to be one of my favourite figures within this wave at this moment in time. Green Goblin. Right, I'm going to get him all set up, and yeah, so give us 2 seconds. Righty-ho then, so here is Green Goblin all set up and displayed, and I've got to say right off the bat, it was so much easier to display Green Goblin than what it was to display Hobgoblin a few weeks back when I did my overview on him. And I would put that down to a better design of Sky Chariot there. So yeah, this guy I displayed straight away. Hobgoblin, it took me forever to try and get him balanced and stuff like that. And I think that's just the way that the Sky Chariot was designed for Hobgoblin. However, as much as I like Green Goblin, and I think it's a fantastic figure, I still have to say I am disappointed that there is no actual display stand. So you can display Green Goblin off the ground on his Sky Chariot. And it's exactly the same with Hobgoblin and his Sky Chariot. Yesterday, I opened up Hawkeye and his Sky Cycle. There was a display stand, so you could display the Sky Cycle with Hawkeye on that, which looks pretty cool, by the way. So yeah, just little things. But, I mean, overall, I've got to say, really happy. Loving the colours. They really pop. And I just think he's a great character. Anyhow, that's Green Goblin. What I'm going to do now is get Chameleon up front as well, and see the video out and give my final thoughts obviously first. So again, 2 seconds. Okie dokie then, so here we have the Spider-Man animated series retro carded Chameleon and Green Goblin, and I've got to say I am really impressed with both of these figures. They're both great figures in their own different ways. I think both figures pop with the colours. You've got the reds, the blues and the yellows on Chameleon with that pale white skin, and I do like that. I think that looks really, really cool. I'm loving the detail that they've done with that face sculpt. Awesome stuff. And then you've got the greens and the purples for Hobgoblin. That cheeky little smile. The scaly type skin for his arms and legs. Just absolutely superb. Loving both of these figures. Now, like I say, I do have 2 of these, and the other figures that I'm going to keep on card. Hopefully at some point I will get to display them in acrylic cases, because I just think figures look so much better in acrylic. And Gary Moore, that is your fault, but never mind. But yeah, overall, I've got to say, apart from the nitpicks, which was the lack of display stand for Green Goblin and the lack of holster for Chameleon, I'm really impressed with these. I like these a lot, and I just think they're going to look absolutely awesome on display. There are a few more that I would like to get from this line of figures. Like I say, I'm not going to get each and every one of them, but there are a few more that I do want to collect and add to the collection at some point in the future. Anyhow, that is enough for this video. So all I've got left to say is, if you're new to the channel, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know of more content. And as always, there will be more content. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Very much appreciate your support, your generosity and your friendship. Again, it really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. Oh, and before I go, I just want to give a special shout out once again to Tony Z for giving me a super thanks in my last video. So Tony Z, you're an absolute legend. Very kind of you. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. It does mean a lot. Take care. Stay safe. And see you in the next video. Bye for now.